Now, a lot of people want to know what you do inside a prison if somebody threatens you. Do you just look the other way and let it slide? Or do you go grab the $150 and you cut their face open with a razor blade? Depends on how you do your time. I'm going to let y'all know how I did my time, and I'm going to give y'all my opinion on what you should do if somebody threatens you inside a prison. So let's do it. Haha, I'm the best. Finna be this way till I EOS. Take it how you want, nigga. Yeah, I'm a pro. Fuck around and bust your lot while you're at Vizzo. I hate to be this way, but I live for the moment. Waking up every day, show me an opponent. Shanks on deck, hitting bitches with locks. So much pool, I can even start you from the box. You don't wanna pay rent, got me bent. Got lax on deck, your money was well spent. Vultures on the prowl, so don't try testing. Step 2 comes violent, first steps finessing. You a hold down man, suitcase this. My cell phone and my charger don't walk with a limp. Get it knocked off or missing, you gon' get it. Next time I see your ass, you gon' leave airlifted. What's up, y'all? You already know, man. K-Frog TV back in the building. Y'all go ahead and do me that solid favor, man. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe button, and also make sure you hit that notification bell so you can see it first. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. If this is your first time tuning in, my name is K-Frog, and everything I talk about over here and all the topics that I like to touch, I talk about the chain gang, things that you need to expect if you find yourself incarcerated or locked up. And I try to make it to where everybody around the world can relate for the most part. Now, I know things are different depending on what coast you're on, whether you're on the East Coast down here where I'm at in Florida, or whether you're on the West Coast, Arizona, Colorado, or whatever it may be. You feel me? Now, for this video here, I'm going to be talking about what you should do if somebody threatens you inside a prison. Now, depending on how you do your time, depends on how you let it go. If you're one of them people that don't really let words harm you, sticks and stones may break your bones, and words may never harm you, then, you might just turn your head. But I will let you know what will happen if you decide to let somebody threaten you and you do turn your head and look the other way. For anybody other than that individual that threatened you, for anybody else that knows of the situation, that sees it, that can peep from a distance, that is aware of anything that went down, they're going to think you soft. They're going to try you. They're going to feel like, since this individual got to threaten them and get away with it, I can threaten them and get away with it. You get what I'm saying? It don't just happen once. It usually comes in threes. So at the end of the day, if you let one thing slide, be prepared to let a lot more slide. It isn't like you could just tuck your tail, look the other way, for the most part, and then things will just get better and people will go away. It don't work like that inside a prison. Once you do something like that, become prey. You get what I'm saying? When you become prey, that means you are on the platter. And when you're on the platter, you're deer meat, that means people want you. There's people in there that are hungry, and they're going to do whatever they can to take whatever you got, take all your respect from you, bully you, pick on you, extort you. They'll feel like they can get away with anything, especially if you let them threaten you, okay? Now, me, personally, I don't do too good with threats, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to let you know why. I've always been the type of person, if you threaten me, I'm going to turn your threat into a promise. Okay, y'all ever heard the little saying when somebody says something and you're like, is that a threat? No, it's a promise, right? So my tactic is, somebody comes at me and they threaten me, whatever way they threaten me at, they better be willing to die about it or go all the way through with it, because I'm going to make them eat their own words. That same threat they threw at me is going to be a promise coming from me. You get what I'm saying? Oh, I got something for you, white boy. I'm going to go get my knife. Oh, okay. So you're threatening me with a knife, right? Okay, say no more. I'm gonna beat you to it. I'm gonna go get my knife, and I ain't gonna just talk. I'm gonna come ride you. I'm gonna come and stick this shit in you, and I'm gonna try to crush any bone or any artery along the way. You see what I'm saying? And it isn't because I want to be like that. It's just I know it's a whole lot worse letting somebody get away with threatening you, all right? If you're someone that did time before, then you know how it is. You get in any type of argument, or anybody shows any type of animosity or any type of, tension towards you, especially if it's like a verbal threat, both of y'all can't live in that dorm, and you know that. If we stay in the same dorm and you threaten me, one of us got to go tonight before these lights cut out. You feel what I'm saying? And it ain't gonna be me. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go over there, and I'm gonna grab me a knife, or I'm gonna come back with a piece of the fence. I'll get the poker. I'll introduce you to the poker, and I'll slide up on you, and I ain't even really gonna talk. If you already done took it to the knife play, if you already threatened me with a knife, a poker, or whatever it is, I'm gonna go get mine, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna make you eat that. Because in my mind, we both cannot sleep in this dorm. Because what am I gonna sweep it under the rug and let you come get me when I least expect it? It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm the type, I gotta bring that pressure to you now. You feel me? Now, when it comes to me threatening people, I'm gonna break it down for y'all a little bit and let you know how that is. Me, I don't threaten people. I don't never say something to someone that I am not going to do. Why? Because it goes back to, like I said, it leaves that person to where they can actually come back and get you. You see what I'm saying? It's like, I'm gonna threaten you, let you know what I'm gonna do to you, but then it dies down and we're cool and I didn't go through with it. I gotta be aware and know that you're really through with it. How do I know you're not gonna double back and you're gonna try to flush this fencing all the way through my damn kidney? You know what I'm saying? So I would never threaten nobody without going all the way through with it. Normally, I'm the type, if I'm talking to you like that, that means it's gonna happen right there. I'm already past talking. If I tell you, man, I'll take this poker right here and I'll stick this shit straight through your head, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be in the motion or seconds before of me trying to stick it through your head. You get what I'm saying? Because I would never want to be one of them idiots that talk that much and give the other person the chance to come back and get over on me. And me end up being the one that's hurt at the end of the day. You see what I'm saying? So my opinion, if someone threatens you, do what you got to do to them. Do not let it slide. And if you threaten someone, make it a promise the first time you say it. Do not give them the chance to come back and get over on you. And always keep this in mind. If there was a threat, either party, you or them, just remember and keep this in mind. Both of y'all cannot sleep in this dorm tonight. You understand? Other people will feel uncomfortable. Other people are observing and they're watching. And they're seeing how y'all react to certain situations. You feel what I'm saying? So if you threaten him or he threatens you and both of y'all slept in that dorm, everybody on the outside looking in is going to look at y'all like y'all soft. I'm just being 100 with you. You see what I'm saying? So you got to make it to where you got to go. Even if you didn't mean what you said, you were mad at the time. When you said it to me, you still have to go because I am not going. You understand? And I know all these people are looking at me to see who's going to do what. And if we come to a manly agreement to just shake hands and be like, okay, I'm going to just stay over here, and we calm the situation down. A lot of people deep within are going to look at it like, you're both soft. Both of y'all are scared of each other. That's exactly how they're gonna look at it. He's scared of him and he's scared of him. That's why they ain't gonna do nothing. And you don't really want to put them mixed signals out there, them wrong characteristics about yourself for other people. You see what I'm saying? So that's why you gotta like do what you gotta do. You feel me? If someone threatens you. Now, I will let y'all know a time somebody did threaten me, but it wasn't in prison. It was actually in jail. And to me it was funny, but you know, Frog ain't let it slide. See, I've always been hard-headed, you know what I'm saying? So here I was locked up in one of these jails down here in Broward County. And if y'all been watching me for a while, then y'all know, I let y'all know before, the one thing that I get into it over when locked up is the phones. Hands down, it's the phones. And it's because, you know, your mind's playing tricks on you, going 1,000,000 miles a minute. You know, you're thinking like, how much time are you gonna get? You're stressing your case. You're stressing whoever you're calling. You don't know if it's your girlfriend, she's out there cheating on you. You don't know if they're gonna send the bread that they're saying they're gonna send. You know, there's so much things you're trying to do that you ain't got enough hours in a day to deal with, that you're stressing and you're aggravated about that phone. And no matter what it is, it feels like someone's trying to buck you over the phone. Like they're trying to cut you over the phone. They're trying to, you know, steal your turn. And that's another no-no. You do not let people try to get over on you or make it look like they got over on you. Because if one person looks like they got over on you and anybody else sees it, what are they going to do? They're going to follow suit and they're going to do the same thing and try to come and think they can do it because you let that person do it. So here I am, I'm in there locked up and I get on the phone. Now, I could look at it like I was wrong or I could look at it like I was right. But at the same time, when it came to the situation, I didn't give a damn. So I'm on the phone in the county jail. You know, you get 30-minute phone calls. You're sitting there, you're talking, you know, hanging out on the phone, yada, yada, yada. And then, of course, somebody else is in line. Well, I got on the phone and literally, like, as soon as they accepted my call, you know, I banged through. You know, it makes me say my name or whatever to match the voice recognition shit or whatever. And then boom, as soon as it says, go ahead with your call, I'm like, what's that? It says, boom. You know, like it disconnected my phone call, like the caller is hung up type shit, you know? So I guess whoever was in line seen me speak. And then they see me put my hand on the knob thing, you know, like the hang up thing. In all reality, you know, I ain't getting no phone call. So I'm banging back through. So one of the dudes that are waiting for the phone, he want to say some slick shit. Like, oh, bro, what you think you're the only one that's got to get on the phone? And, you know, at this time, you know, when you look back, there's about 15, 20 people. So it isn't like one person comes right up to you and says, hey bro, what da 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 da. No. They say it from over there in the group. So all you could do is look back and laugh. That's what I did. I looked back and laughed and nodded and banged back through. And that's kind of like my way to kind of like invite you into the problems that I'm gonna bring. You get what I'm saying? So here I am, you know, sending an invite by laughing, nodding, you know, and typing the shit to, you know, to bang back through. Because I know someone's gonna take the bait and they're gonna address something and might show more of who it is that's saying something in the first place. And just like I thought, that's what happened. So once I went like this or whatever, went like that, he said some other thing, yada, yada, yada. I don't really remember it all, but all I heard was the word cracker. Now, I'll let y'all know me, I don't really care about that word. That word don't affect me unless you're using it at me. You get what I'm saying? If we're in a dorm together and you're like, all these crackers this and crackers this, all these crackers in this dorm and that cracker over there, this cracker, that don't affect me at all. But when you like, hey, you cracker, or hey, soft ass cracker, or crack like that, then we got a problem. So now that I knew he was talking about me, because I'm the one that banged back through, even though he didn't put an address on it, that to me was the address, because you're talking to the person who banged back through. Even though I didn't get my phone, you know, if I would have been on at least 7-8 minutes, you know, like if I would at least got like a little combo and it hung up, then fuck it, you know, I don't need the whole 30, you know, I'll respect the game and I'll get back in line, you know what I'm saying? But due to the fact that I ain't even get to say shit and it went through, I feel like I'm entitled to bang back through, you know? So once I heard this cracker this, so I turned around and I said, oh, I bet you won't say that to this cracker face, you feel me? So then he said some slick shit like, oh, da 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 da, don't make me slide in your room tonight, like some like greasy shit. So there it is. Him saying that was a threat. Regardless how he meant it, whether he meant slide in my room to fucking make a burrito, or slide in my room to cook, or slide in my room to hang out and play some cards, or slide in my room to just have a conversation about the streets. Whatever way he meant, he said it in a threat. So right then and there, fuck the phone call. So now I hang the phone up and I said, why you don't get me off the phone? Just to see him come out of the group of which people they were. You see what I'm saying? And I knew all of his homeboys would sit back and look at him because they know he's the one I'm talking to. You see what I'm saying? You can hide your hand and throw rocks at me all day. But when I turn around and I throw a rock back and it's meant for the one that's been throwing rocks, all the other people who aren't throwing rocks are going to see how the rock thrower reacts now. So now they're watching him to see how he reacts. So when I turned around and said, why you gonna make it soft ass? And I started rapping. And as soon as he showed who he was, I said, you know what? I'll meet you there right now. As soon as he goes to get up to say one more thing, he already threatened me to slide in my room, right? Ran right up on that boy. Boop, boop, boop. Took off on him. Started fighting him right there in front of all his homeboys and all. Crashed him. Swung on him. Started beating his ass right in front of all these other people inside of our dorm. See what I'm saying? Why? Because to me that was a threat. I couldn't let that slide. You get what I'm saying? I couldn't have waited till later. No, I'm the type, that shit starts right here, you know, in front of phone 3. 9 times out of 10, we're gonna fight right here in front of phone 3. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you said something slick like, oh, blah, 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 tighten me up, get there, then of course I respect it. You know, I ain't gonna crash. I'm gonna go there and, you feel me, and slide. But due to the fact that you showed your hand in an animosity, you know, violent way by letting me know, da 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 da, cracker until I slide up in your room, don't make me slide in your, you know, that shit can mean anything. That could mean you want to steal from me, you gonna rob me, you gonna try to take something. You know, who knows what that means? So shit, you done already opened that door to the problem. So what do? Ran up on that boy, started beating that boy. And he had a fro. Now, y'all can call it what you want, but me, you know, I consider certain things around, I call them perks. You know, this is a perk that I can use in a fight. Like if I'm in the streets and you try to run up on me or whatever, you know, if I'm arguing with you, I done peep the brick over there, I done peep the broken bottles, the pipes right there. You know, there's different things I peep while we're getting in the altercation, you know what I'm saying? And I call them perks, which means I'm gonna use one of these perks on your ass in the middle of this fight. So as I ran up to that boy and started beating him, you know, when he first jumped up, first thing I peeped, he had a big ass fro like this. So what I do, I use that to my advantage. Had my whole right hand in that motherfucker like this and had him by that shit. And when I was splitting that boy like this, beating him, and he was trying to fight with his little girl punches and all that shit, I was hitting that boy, he wasn't getting away. And when I finally did break off and everybody split us up, I had a whole handful of that boy's fro. You feel me? I use that as a perk. You get what I'm saying? I love when they come like that. Like, you got long hair? Boy, I'm gonna wrap that shit around my hand. You ain't going nowhere, boy. I got you. So all that trying to run around me and tire me out, boy, you better figure it out quick, cause frog on you. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not no little small person. Back then I was chubbier, you know, chunky, throwing these motherfucking, you know, these chunky boys, you know what I'm saying? So I could eat a hit and I could throw them bitches, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, at the end of the day, I'm gonna use whatever perk I have around to my advantage to get over on your ass. You somebody that likes to, you know, sit there and fight and you got your pants hanging way off your waist and shit like that, bro. I'm gonna kick you so hard and one of your shins, you're gonna trip over your other leg, and now you can't even hold your pants up and fight at the same time. Now you gotta take one hand to pull your pants up while in the middle of a fight. Bro, I got you. It's a wrap. You'll be lucky I'm gonna pull your shirt over your head, dog, and just start whopping you. You see what I'm saying? So I use dude's fro to my advantage. You get what I'm saying? Because in my mind, there was a whole group of them laughing and kikiing when he was saying slick shit. So I didn't think I was gonna get a one-on-one anyways. So I knew the one that I got my hands on would be the one that gonna feel me. You see what I'm saying? And luckily, nobody jumped in. But I was prepared for it. If the boys would have jumped in and been hitting me, I would have been eating all that shit. You know what I'm saying? They would have been just, you know, that shit wouldn't have been nothing. And I would have been taking it all out on this person. You get what I'm saying? And it all started because he threatened me. You see, you never say something without doing it. He was better off saying, get there right now, than to say, oh, bro, don't make me slide in your room, da 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 da. Like, bro, you know where we're at, bro? We're in jail. I'm already singled out. There's only like 8 people in here that are white. You know what I'm saying? And out of the 8, there's like 5 of them that won't fight. There's 3 of us that will bump. The other 2 talk like they'll bump. I don't even know. But me, I know I'm gonna bump, you know? So I gotta get off when I can get off. You get what I'm saying? So that's exactly what I did. You know, it all started because he wanted to throw a threat at me. You see what I'm saying? Now, of course, I got in trouble and I got written up for that shit. And I ended up getting put in confinement. They sent me to the other jail. The main jail had me in the box for 30 days for fighting. Now, when I got out, my custody had shot up. So they didn't send me back to the other jails I was at. They kept me in the main jail. Put me in black and white. Like I was wearing, like, it looked like a zebra cake. I was wearing a black and white jumpsuit, said max custody in red on the back of it. Now, when I went there, I ran into a couple other people, you know, throughout the months and weeks and shit that were at that other jail with me, that they landed at the box and stuff like that, and they seen it go down. So when them boys came to where I was at, or when I landed in the dorm and there was some people there and shit, through it all, they respected me. They knew, oh yeah, white boy got off when he was in such and such jail. White boy got off on such and such. You see what I'm saying? And even if I would have lost, even if bro would have got up and just gave me the business, doom, 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 and KO'd me, which was very, very, like, not gonna happen. But even if he did, I still would have earned my respect due to the fact that I got knocked out, but I didn't let the threat slide. You get what I'm saying? So when someone threatens you, you gotta handle up. You get what I'm saying? If it sounds like it's a threat, or if it sounds like it's directed at you in any type of violent way, you gotta take that shit there, even if you don't want to. You think I felt like going to the box that day? No. You think I felt like getting in a fight that day? Of course not. You know, it made it even worse, because now I can't use the phone for 30 days. So now I can't even call the same person that I was trying to call when the whole situation started in the first place. You see? So it like puts you in worse situations. But I will say, through it all, I gained my respect, and it was well earned. You get what I'm saying? And I'd rather have earned it like that. I'd rather somebody see me put my hands on another individual who threatened me than to just have somebody respect me because of there's no reason. They respect me. No, I want you to see me in action and make it to where you do respect me, because then the respect's real. You see what I'm saying? Because if you don't see that I got off on bruh and did what I needed to do, then you respect me, but then later on, say another guy comes there that does get off on somebody, you're gonna respect that individual more than you respect me. You see what I'm saying? And then after a while, you start seeing everybody get off, and now you're respecting him, respecting him, respecting him, respecting him. Oh, you still got respect for me though, but you never seen me get off. No, you see what I'm saying? So when it comes to that shit, when you're locked up, if someone threatens you, man, you take off. That's how I look at it. Beat them up, whoop them, do what you gotta do. And if you play with knives and there's knives close by, grab one, because 9 times out of 10, maybe they're gonna do the same thing. Not everybody just sends threats. Some people make them promises and they react. You get what I'm saying? And sometimes you gotta just react first, you know? I told y'all stories how I got in a fight in the main jail one time. Somebody came up to me and told me they liked my sneakers. You see what I'm saying? I was walking around in the main jail. I was walking around at rec. For anybody that did time in the Broward County main jail and you went to rec in the main jail, you know how it is out there in the main jail's rec yard. It's like on the roof where you could see the sky. We were walking around out there and looking up, you can see helicopters and planes and shit fly over. Like if you fly over the main jail, you'll see a rec yard dead in the center of it because you're surrounded by all walls, but you can see the sky straight up. And I was walking around there and a dude came around and he's like, oh, I like your shoes. And I'm like, you feel me? Like, yeah, bet it up. And he's like, nah, take them off. Take them off. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro, from a can of paint, even if he was joking, this ain't the type of place to be joking at. So what I do, I said, hey, yeah, and rushed him and started whooping him, started fighting him, beating him up. And then next thing you know, I got in trouble. He got put in the box, and then he was yelling on the door to all of his homeboys through the door for all the other inmates that were walking by from different pods, like different parts of the jail. He's yelling, the Cracker and B pod did this to me, the Cracker and B pod. Shit like this. You see what I'm saying? Why? Because I reacted first. And that's what you got to do sometimes. Not everything is a joking place, Some other people might not know he was joking. And then he might just be testing your waters. You plant a seed, tree will grow. Everything comes from something. Him joking with you like that could be to really see how you act, really to see your response. He don't know you like that to joke with you. Think about it. So he could really be wanting your shit. He's just throwing it out there and then he's saying he's joking after he sees how you respond. So my way of responding was to attack him. And that's what it was, And at the end of the day, I gained respect from that too, you see? But anyways, like I said, if you find yourself locked up, never threaten nobody. Do what you gotta do. If you say you're gonna do something, you better do it soon. Do it quickly. Do not think, oh, I told you I'm gonna do this, and then wait 5 hours, 2 days, 3 weeks, a month and a half. Because by then, if that person's living like that, they done been came and got you. Me, if somebody threatens me, I'm attacking them. I'm gonna react right then and there. Because I might look at it like he left the shit wide open now. By him opening that door and him threatening me and not doing nothing, it's wide open. So what am I gonna let it go and then really give him the time to get me? What if he really meant his threat? No, hell no. I'm finna come, boy, and I'm gonna introduce you to my, my boo. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, if you don't introduce him to your boo and you just say, oh, to hell with it, forget about it, he gonna come and he gonna introduce you to his. You see what I'm saying? So that's why you gotta know. Someone threatens you, man, you handle your business. And I tell you what, after a while, people are gonna learn very quickly. You can't threaten that boy. You better watch what you say when you talk to that boy. Even if you take it as a threat. Just look at it as if you were the one, saying that to somebody. Do you think you would be saying it to them in a threatening manner? If you said it the same way they said it to you. And if you look at it like that, like, well, if I said this to bro like that, I meant it like a threat, then damn, he's obviously threatening me right now. And you just do what you gotta do. You see what I'm saying? But that's all I got for y'all today, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Have you ever had somebody threaten you when you were locked up and they didn't do it, or they did it? Have you ever threatened somebody when you were locked up and didn't do it, or you did do it? Drop it in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. I want to hear y'all's experiences through the situations. I want to know if you've ever literally had to put your hands on somebody, if you ever had to grab a poker, cut somebody, anything like that. If you ever had to go and say, you know what, I'm tired of this dude talking crazy, so I'm going to go get this, this toothbrush with this razor blade on it, and I'm going to just rip his whole face open. If you've ever been somebody that went through there, drop it in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Because trust me, I've been through all types of stuff. As you see, I keep bangers on deck, even at the house. It is what it is. You feel me? But that's all I got for y'all, man. I appreciate y'all like I always say. And like I say before I go, make sure you keep them rats, squares, clowns, chomos, pedos, gunners, wannabe honor boys, and clout chasers out your circle. And until next time, this is the one and only. I am my team, Frog.
I'm a criminal. I'm a cool nigga, but I got a limit though. I'm a cool nigga, but I got a limit though. Cause I'm a criminal. Yeah, I'm a criminal.